Hello dear students of the 6th elementary grade, and welcome to a new episode of our program. It's time for science, and on this episode we'll be discussing and explaining lesson 1 of unit 2, heat conduction, with our teacher of science, Mr. Nader Nassim. Hello Mr. Nader, and welcome to the program.
Hello, thank you. Hello.
Mr. Nader, we have this lesson today, heat conduction. So let me ask you first about heat. What is meant by heat? What is meant by heat energy? Give us some information about this.
Okay, today in our lesson we will discuss the difference between heat and temperature. Okay? يبقى النهارده هنناقش الفرق بين heat energy الطاقة الحرارية و temperature درجة الحرارة. زي ما حصل كده كان في confusion كبير قوي بين mass و weight. طيب, you can remind me, Mr. Yasser, what's the main difference between mass and weight?
Yeah, all right. I know that we make a mistake by mixing up the two words. Mass is different from weight. All right. So when we measure ourselves, I guess when we weigh ourselves,
we determine the mass.
We determine the mass. We don't determine
the weight. Yeah.
Right?
So mass is the amount of matter in an object. Mass doesn't change.
Yeah.
If your mass here on the earth in Egypt, for example, 50 kilogram or 70 kilogram, it will be 70 kilogram on any place in the universe.
Yeah, because mass doesn't change.
Because
what
mass doesn't
changes
change.
is weight.
Is weight. But your weight here on the earth equal 600 Newton. It will be 100 Newton on the moon. It will be 6,600 Newton.
Multiplied by what?
Divided by 6.
Or divided by
6 to have your weight on the moon.
Yeah.
Okay? So if I have here in Egypt weight, or on the earth, sorry, weight equal 600 Newton, I divide it by 6 to have my weight on the moon.
Yeah.
Okay? So today we will discuss the difference between heat energy and temperature.
Yeah. So what is the difference between heat energy and temperature?
Temperature. Okay. So what's meant by heat energy? We know that from our previous study in primary 4 and in primary 5. Heat is a form of energy. Heat is a form of energy that transfers from higher temperature object to the lower temperature object. Again, heat energy is a form of energy that transfers, تنتقل from the higher temperature object, من الجسم اللي عنده حرارة أعلى to the lower temperature object.
Yeah.
Okay?
So what is the season distinguished by its heat?
It's heat, summer.
Yeah, the summer.
Okay.
Is it your favorite season?
No, winter. My favorite season is winter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't like the heat. That's what I mean.
I don't like heat. Okay.
Yeah.
I think most people don't like heat. I think most people don't like all.
We like cozy places, warm places, but not strong heat.
Not strong heat. Yeah. I think it's not heat. It's fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So today we'll discuss the difference between heat energy and temperature. هنعرف فرق كويس قوي بين heat energy الطاقة الحرارية و temperature درجة الحرارة. So at first I will ask you a very important and easy question. Why do we feel hotness or coldness? Why do we feel hotness or coldness? As you said, Mr. Yasser, why do we feel? ليه بنحس بالhotness بالحرارة in summer, for example, and coldness in winter, for example? Okay? Imagine that I have a very important and easy example. When you touch a hot glass of tea, okay? When you touch a hot glass of tea, you feel hot. Why? Or give reason.
I guess because you know, heat moves from
very good.
the
hot cup,
the hotter cup to the
I will have discuss. I will discuss this example by numbers. Okay,
heat
by
moves,
degrees. Okay, so imagine that I will draw the transfer of temperature from my hand to the cup or vice versa. Imagine that. That's your hand, Mr. Yasser. Okay, and you touch a very hot cup of tea like this. What's your temperature, Mr. Yasser? Normal temperature of the human body is 37. Surely 37.
Supposedly.
Okay, 37. That's not diseased person. Okay, شخص السليم اللي مش عيان. 37. Okay. So what is the temperature of the hot tea? I think water when it's spoiled or spoiling, it's 100. But when it gets cooler to drink it,
a little bit.
It's 80 for example. يعني المية بتغلي تقريبا 100 عشان نقدر نشربها نقول 80 أو 70. Which one is higher?
The one that is higher is a cup.
37 or 80? I think it is a cup, which is 80 Celsius. عشان كده مش زي بقى الحرارة. From my hand to the hot cup or from the hot cup to my hand?
From the cup to your hand.
Yeah. So here, heat energy, not temperature, heat energy transfers from the hot cup, to my hand. Okay. Again.
Let us give an easier example here, Mister. Let us say you're having your son. What is the name of your son? Or daughter?
David.
David. All right. You're walking with David on the street in a summer or in a winter day.
Very cold winter day.
And it's very cold.
It's very cold.
So you hold David's hand.
Yeah.
All right. Perhaps here maybe you're wearing gloves. All right.
Yeah.
And you hold David's hand. All right. David has no gloves. All right.
Yeah.
So here, when you hold his hand, the temperature,
heat energy, not temperature,
or the heat,
energy,
energy moves from
from my hand,
your hand
to David's hand.
To David's hand.
Okay.
All right.
That's a very good example, Mr. Yasser.
And I guess until perhaps both hands are at the same degree.
At the same degree, yeah. So heat energy transfer till they are the same. يعني تفضل تنتقل الحرارة لغاية ما الاثنين يوصلوا.
Is it a good example?
Yes, very good example and very easy example.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Yasser is explaining a very easy example. He says that imagine that I hold my son's hand or any person's hand. يعني همسك إيد أي شخص. Okay, if one of the two hands is cold and the other is higher in temperature, so the heat energy transfer هتمشي الحرارة ازاي؟ من الهاي لللو. من higher energy للlower energy. higher temperature للlower temperature. Okay?
Yeah.
So we can see that heat energy is a form of energy that transfers from higher temperature object to the lower temperature object. Thank you, very good, Miss. Thank you for
You're most welcome, Mr. Ned.
Very much, Mr. Yasser, for your easy and warmy example.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because sometimes you see people having different
temperature. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the blood circulation, because their senses, because their feelings, there are many reasons يعني. يعني في أسباب كتير جدا تخلي إن في difference في temperature between the two hands or between between people all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay?
Also, when you like blow your breath like this.
Okay. It gives us heat.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Because
you think
perhaps your breath is hotter?
Because carbon dioxide, which I breath out, is hotter than the air. Because carbon dioxide is always warmer. ليه لما بنفخ بره كده like that, I get warmer because carbon dioxide, especially a gas which we breath out, is warmer than air. Has higher temperature than air. Okay. Another example?
I don't recall any now.
I have another example here.
Yeah,
okay, let me explain this example.
Okay.
Okay, imagine that we have or you touch a cold glass of water, a cold glass of juice.
The opposite. Here.
The opposite, yeah. What do you feel? واحد بيلمس كوباية
I feel cold.
Why you feel cold? We can draw it. نرسم تاني مع بعض.
Yeah.
This is my hand. Okay, and this is the cold glass of iced water. What's your temperature, Mr. Yasser?
Again, let us imagine it's normal, so it's
normal,
37.
not diseased person, okay? Normal person, 37. What's the temperature of iced water? I think ice has temperature of 0 Celsius, okay?
Yeah.
But iced water may be 5 Celsius, okay? Which one is higher? 5 Celsius?
My body's temperature.
Yeah, here, هنا في الحالة ديت, my body has higher temperature. So, we can say that heat energy transfer from the higher temperature object to the lower temperature object. From my hand to what? To the cold glass of iced water. يبقى في الحالة الثانية heat energy transfer from my
here
hand.
I lose temperature.
Very good. I lose heat energy. I lose heat energy, not temperature. Temperature is degree.
Yeah.
هي درجة الحرارة
I lose heat.
Yeah, I
energy.
lose heat energy.
Yeah.
عشان كده كتير قوي كنا بنسمع كده common mistake in science. واحد يقول I get cold ان انا يعني حصلت على البرودة. لا مش صح. I lose heat or I gain heat. اللي بيتاخد او اللي بيفقد هو heat energy. Okay? So I can say that I gain heat energy in the first case when I hold a very hot cup of tea, or I lose heat energy.
I get here means I become. All right. So when you say I get
cold, okay.
I become cold.
Become colder.
Yeah.
But I can't say I get cold.
Not get meaning receive. No.
Yeah.
When you say I get cold, all right, it means I become cold.
Becomes colder. Okay. Okay. Or scientifically, يعني علميا بقى in correct way, we can say that I lose heat. I lose heat, okay? Or I gain heat in the first case. If I catch a very hot cup of tea or a very hot cup of anything, I gain heat because heat energy transfer from the hot cup to my hand. But in the opposite case, الحالة الثانية أو الحالة العكسية, when I catch a very cold iced water or iced juice, I can say I lose heat. Why? Because I can say heat energy transfer from my hand, from my body to the very cold iced water.
So what is the effect of extra heat or extra coldness on us?
Extra heat or extra coldness are, both of them are very dangerous, okay? Because extra heat can stop the blood circulation or may explode the blood circulation inside the brain. يعني ممكن تعمل حاجة اسمها انفجار في شرايين المخ، ده اللي بنسميه internal bleeding، النزيف الداخلي. طبعا ده حاجة خطيرة جدا. But extra cold may cause blood clot or blood coagulation. ممكن تعمل تجلط في الدم. في الحالة دي هيحصل ان الدم هيقف، مش هيحصل فيه blood circulation, so it causes die or death. هيسبب الوفاة. Okay?
All right.
So you said that extra heat or extra cold is not favorite. We all prefer the medium temperature. Okay, or
the
intermediate, the normal temperature. Not extra heat or not extra cold.
Like here in a studio, because there is
air condition.
The air conditioner is high, so we get cold. We feel cold.
We feel cold. We feel we feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. So again,
we don't feel comfortable.
We don't feel comfortable.
We don't feel comfortable because the temperature or the coldness here is high or higher than normal.
I think in winter, not today. I think
not today, but I mean generally speaking.
Generally, okay.
When the air conditioner is
is still working in winter, we feel not comfortable. Okay, قدام شوية إن شاء الله يعني. Okay, so now I will have a very important question of give reason question. Okay, you will answer this question, Mr. Yasser.
Me?
Because you will,
Okay,
because I see you.
Try.
I see you very active today.
Well, as usual.
Okay, give reason. You are veiny today. Give reason. When you touch a cold glass of water, you feel cold. I think it's very easy question.
Yeah, because heat energy moves from the higher to the lower.
Which is higher and which is lower?
Yeah, when you touch a cold glass of water, so, all right, you feel cold. So the glass of water is higher. It's colder.
No, your hand, cold glass of water.
I feel cold. Yeah. Because here I lose heat.
Yeah. So what does it mean?
Heat energy moves from my body.
Yeah. From my hand to the cup of water.
To the cup of water.
So let us see the answer. I think the answer is that because heat energy transfers from your hand to the cold glass. Okay? Because heat energy transfers from your hand to the cold glass. I think it's a very easy and simple answer. Okay? Okay, so now let us have a definition for heat energy. Okay? Let's have a definition for heat energy. Heat energy is a form of energy that transfers from the higher temperature object to the lower temperature object. Again, heat energy is a form of energy that transfers from the higher temperature object to the lower temperature object. Okay? يبقى الحرارة أو الطاقة الحرارية is very different from temperature. هنا مش بقول ايه هي درجة الحرارة، أنا بقول ايه هي الطاقة الحرارية. هي الانرجي اللي بتنتقل transfers from the higher temperature object to the lower temperature object. Okay? So now, let's have the importance or the uses of heat in our daily life. We have many uses of heat. Okay? Such as that. First, in our daily life, like warming the house, especially in winter, or especially in cold countries. Warming the house, تدفئة المنازل. Okay? Warming the house is an example of uses of heat energy.
Temperatures are getting lower these days, especially at night.
Especially at night.
Have you noticed that?
We are in autumn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you noticed that? Do you get cold sometimes at night?
Yeah. Do you know the reason? I don't know the reason.
You don't know the reason?
Yeah, it's related to the weather.
Yeah.
Weather forecast.
Here, in this case, I guess you lose heat.
Lose heat because we get we get farther than the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's okay. هي حاجة متخصصة في يعني الرصاد الجوية هم اللي جاوبوا على السؤال دوت يعني.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Alright.
our first use of heat energy is warming the house. Okay, warming the house تدفئة المنزل especially in winter. Another use of heat energy is that heating water by electric heater or stove or gas heater and so on. Okay, or kettles. Heating water in any way. تسخين المياه بأي شكل. We use heat energy to heat water. Okay. Another example, cooking, الطبخ. Cooking, we use heat energy in this important process in our daily life. I think it's a very important process.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't do without this process. Do without. Okay. Okay. Another use of heat energy, drying the water clothes. Drying the water clothes by spreading them in open air. Okay. Especially in sunny days. دي حاجة مهمة جدا بقى عايز انصح بيها بعض الطلبة. Please, we must spread our water clothes in open air in sunny days. Why? To get rid of bacteria and fungi. اوكي، يعني مهم جدا ان احنا الهدوم المغسولة ننشرها في الايام المشمسة او الايام اللي فيها هواء جديد شوية to get rid of bacteria and fungi. اوكي، يعني سمعت كتير قوي ان في بعض واشنج ماشين الغسالات بيكون فيها دراير مجفف. لا، ده شيء مش صحي، مش كويس قوي، لان في الحاله دي مش هنتخلص من البكتيريا اللي موجوده في الملابس. اوكي، so again drying the water clothes is one of the importances of heat energy in our daily life. Okay, another importance of heat energy in industry الصناعه. Some industries depend on heat energy like processing food. تصنيع الغذاء هنا مش بقصد بيها cooking الطبخ، لا، الغذاء الجاهز اللي بنشتريه fast food. بالظبط كده، canned food او fast food from shops. okay, processing food تصنيع الغذاء. glass صناعة الزجاج. it's very important industry that is used in heat energy. Again, glass uses heat energy in
to make glass. We need
heat energy. Yeah, to make glass we need heat energy. Okay. Another example, paper صناعة الورق. To make paper or to manufacture paper we use heat energy. Another example, textiles الأنسجة. We have many examples of industries that depend on heat energy. Okay, I think we cannot do without heat energy in our daily life or industries, Mr. Yasser. Okay. Okay, so
and
now
there's also the body energy.
Yeah, body energy surely. Okay, so now let's talk about temperature. كده عرفنا يعني ايه heat energy، خلصناها خلاص. نتكلم عن temperature، درجة الحرارة. Temperature is a very easy definition. So we can say that it's the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. هي درجة سخونة أو برودة أي جسم. يبقى temperature مش معناها خالص heat energy، لازم أفرق بين الاثنين. مهم قوي أفرق بين heat energy الطاقة الحرارية، temperature درجة الحرارة أيا كانت بقى hot or cold. لكن heat energy we can say that heat energy is a form of energy that transfers from higher to lower. From higher what? Higher temperature to lower temperature energy or to lower temperature body. But temperature here درجة الحرارة is a very important definition. We can say that it's the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. It's the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Okay, so we must differentiate between those two definitions, temperature and heat energy. لازم نفرق كويس قوي بين التعريفين دول. Temperature درجة الحرارة and heat energy الطاقة الحرارية. Again, temperature it's the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Okay, so here I have a thermometer. We use it for measuring temperature. We can say that temperature is measured by thermometer. Temperature is measured by thermometer, and as we know, we will study the structure of the thermometer in our next lesson. Okay, Mr. Yasser? In our next lesson, we will have a very important episode about the difference between medical thermometer and Celsius thermometer. إن شاء الله الحلقة الجاية حلقة مهمة جدا، هنتعرف على أنواع الثرمومترز والستراكشر الخاص بكل واحد منهم and the use of each thermometer. Okay, and the main idea of thermometer again we can say that temperature is measured by thermometer. Temperature is measured by thermometer. Okay, so now we will have a very important activity, very easy activity at the same time. Okay, Mr. Yasser? Stick a button on ruler, spoon and pencil. يعني هلزق زرار على مسطرة بلاستيك طبعا، سبون معلقة حديد أو معلقة ستانلس أو ألمنيوم، ناخد بالنا كويس أوي من الماتيريالز، بنسل قلم رصاص using molten wax باستخدام الشمع المنصهر. Then fix them at the edge of the container using clay. يبقى هستخدم 3 materials. أنا يهمني قوي في الاكتيف ده ايه هي أنواع المواد اللي هستخدمها؟ بلاستيك، ميتال، وود. بلاستيك، ميتال، وود. وهثبتهم كلهم عن طريق الكلاي في edge of the container using clay. هثبتهم في وعاء كبير شوية like that. Pour boiled water وهنصب ميه مغليه ماء مغلي in the container to be half filled لغايه تقريبا ما يتملي حتى المنتصف. Okay? So now like this activity. Again I have what, Mr. Yasser? I have plastic ruler, مسطرة plastic, button, okay, sorry, metallic spoon, and I have a button like the plastic ruler, wooden pencil. I have 3 different materials which are plastic, metal, wood. Plastic, metal, wood. And I poured very hot water, very boiling water on each of them. Okay, Mr. Yasser?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you expect of them to be the highest temperature or the highest temperature?
I guess metal.
Yeah, surely you guessed metal. You guessed correctly now. Okay, so again Mr. Yasser guessed that. Mr. Yasser توقع ان الميتال هو اللي هيكون أعلى بدرجة الحرارة. Why or give reason? Because we can differentiate between matters or because we can classify materials into 2 main groups. هقسم كل المواد اللي في الدنيا كلها لنوعين بس.
Can I say?
Yeah, you can say.
Good conductors
Good
and
conductor.
bad conductors.
Good conductor of what? Good conductor
of heat.
And bad conductor of heat. Okay, again, good conductor of heat and bad conductor of heat. Okay, so again, observations. The button falls from metallic spoon at first. يبقى الزرار هيقع أسرع في حالة الميتاليك سبون عشان هي عندها the highest temperature أو the highest heat energy أعلى حرارة. Okay? So we can have a conclusion like that. Different materials المواد المختلفة like plastic, metal, wood differ in conducting heat such as aluminum, wood or plastic. Again, different materials differ in conducting heat such as aluminum, wood or plastic. يبقى المواد المختلفة بتختلف في توصيل الحرارة زي الألمنيوم أو الوود أو البلاستيك. Okay? So we can say that we have 2 types of materials which are good conductors of heat and bad conductors of heat. Another activity. Okay, Mr. Yasser?
Yeah.
Put 4 different rods of different materials in a beaker containing hot water. طبعا كتير سهلة جدا ممكن نعملها في البيت. هستخدم 4 different materials 4 rods 4 سيقان. Put the beaker on the flame. حط البيكر ده على لهب أو حتى أحط hot water أو very boiling water. After a while touch each end of the 4 rods. What are the 4 rods? They are iron, plastic, aluminum, wood. Again, they are iron, plastic, aluminum, wood. Okay, Mr. Yasser? Yasser?
Yeah.
Wake up. Okay, we have here iron, plastic, aluminum, wood. Which rods of them will be hotter?
It will be hotter.
Yeah, iron, plastic, aluminum, wood. I think 2 of them only will be hotter. Iron and aluminum. Surely. Why? Because they are
good conductors.
They are good conductors of heat. Very good. But what about plastic and wood? What about plastic and wood?
I guess let us say they are different.
They are different in what?
They are not good conductors.
They are bad conductors.
Yeah.
Okay. We can say that plastic and wood are bad conductors of heat. يبقى ممكن أقول البلاستيك والخشب.
By saying bad, it means they conduct heat but not
little.
But little.
لا يعني كلمة كتير قوي بسمعها حتى موجودة في بعض الكتب كمان يقولوا insulator.
Because here we're not talking about insulators.
No. هم مش حوازل للحرارة هم موصل رديء للحرارة. هي بصراحة بقى عشان نكون يعني scientifically صح يعني insulator تنفع للكهرباء بس. اوكي insulator العازل او المواد العازلة هي للكهرباء بس لكن good conductor و bad conductor تنفع مع الهيت انرجي. اوكي لان هو البلاستيك والوود هيسخنوا هيبقى عندهم يعني higher temperature than the
they
water.
can conduct
Conducts heat, but
but very little.
but less than iron and aluminum.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine that your car in the street in a very sunny day, and a chair made of wood beside the car in the very sunny day. Which one will be hotter, your car or the chair?
My car.
Yeah. Why? Because it's a metal. Your car is made from what? Is made from iron. يبقى الكار عشان هي معمولة من iron will be very hot. Why? Because iron is a good conductor of heat. But what about the wooden chair? What about the wood? He will be hot, but not like not so hot like your car. Because what? Because it's a bad conductor of heat. Because the wooden chair again is a bad conductor of heat. Okay? So we cannot say that they are insulator. هم مش عازل للحرارة. هم مواصل رديء للحرارة. They are bad conductor of heat, not insulator. يعني insulator دي كلمة مش صح شوية يعني. Okay? So again, we can classify all the materials according to the conductivity of heat into two types, which are good conductor of heat and bad conductor of heat. Good conductor of heat are the materials which allow heat energy to flow through.
Can we review some of the materials that are considered as good conductors or bad conductors?
Yeah, we have many materials that are good conductors, such as all metals. All metals we have studied in primary 4. All metals أو الفلزات اللي درسناها في primary 4. Like iron, copper, aluminum, gold, silver, nickel, sodium, potassium, all metals. Okay? So what about the bad conductors? Bad conductors, all non-metals and some compounds such as water, air, wood, and all non-metals such as phosphorus, carbon, okay, plastic, wood, glass, air, paper, and so on.
But why do people use aluminium in covering food?
Aluminium, it's not aluminum. It's a tin. هو أزدير مش aluminum. Okay.
But people say
يعني بنسميه foil paper أو ورق ألمنيوم لكن هو مش ألمنيوم خالص. It's tin. أزدير. Okay. But we cover it because it's not a very good conductor. هو conductor بس مش very good conductor. Because I can choose wood for example. يعني مش هستخدم wood عشان اغطي بيه الفود يعني. Okay. But it's not aluminum again. It's tin. هو أزدير. And يعني موضوع مهم قوي بقى نعرفه كويس قوي. It's very dangerous for food.
Yeah.
It's not healthy at all.
Very dangerous for our health.
For our health. It's not healthy. يعني الموضوع ده ان انا بالظبط ورق الفويل ده اللي بنسميه فويل ايا كان بقى اسمه ايه foil paper. It's very dangerous for our food because it reacts with food. But it's a metal. هو معدن react with food and get inside our food. Imagine that you eat metal. انت بتاكل معادن.
People sometimes put it in ovens.
It's very dangerous. Okay, I prevent my wife to do that at all at home. Okay.
All right. So try to avoid this as much as you can.
Okay. As much as you can, as possible as you can, because it's very dangerous and it's very unhealthy way of cooking food. يعني هي already okay يمكن بتحفظ الحرارة فترة كبيرة شوية, but it's a very unhealthy way. يمكن الحالة الوحيدة اللي بنسمح بيها إن already إحنا مشترين أكل جاهز من some shops okay يعني مش هقدر اقول له ما تحطوش في الفويل بيبر, لكن اوريدي ما استخدمش فويل بيبر في بيتي انا شخصيا.
Okay, very good advice from you, Mr. Nader.
Thank you.
And that's the importance of learning, actually.
Yeah, this is the importance of learning, and we learn more and more every day. Okay, I think that when I was in faculty of education, I don't know this information. Because science up till this
didn't discover this.
Yeah, didn't discover the harm of this foil paper. يعني في الوقت ده لما كنت في الكلية ما كانش حد اكتشف لسه أضرار الفويل بيبر. يعني شفناها بقى فيما بعد يعني later. So again we can classify, نرجع تاني لدرسنا, classify all materials into two types, which are good conductor of heat and bad conductor of heat. Good conductor of heat such as iron, copper, aluminum, gold, silver, nickel, all metals, كل المعادن أو كل الفلزات. But what about bad conductors of heat? Bad conductors of heat, they are all non-metals and some compounds. All non-metals such as phosphorus, carbon, sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, and all gases. And some compounds such as waters, all liquids, all liquids, okay, you can say that. All liquids are bad conductor of heat. And also glass, paper, plastic, wool, wood, and so on. Okay? All liquids are bad conductor of heat except one liquid, which is mercury, which is used in making thermometer.
What is it again?
No.
Mercury?
Mercury.
Yeah.
Okay.
الزئبق.
الزئبق بالظبط كده. Mercury is the only metal liquid which is good conductor of heat.
Yeah.
يبقى السائل الوحيد اللي بيوصل الحرارة اللي good conductor هو الميركوري. But all liquids are bad conductor of heat, such as water.
All liquids.
All liquids.
Such
yeah.
as?
Such as water.
Water. But
water.
if you like put your finger into
in very hot
water.
We said that.
Yeah.
We said that. Sorry. Bad conductor means conducts heat a little. Okay. هي بتسخن. بس already كمية الحرارة دي لو اديناها مثلا للساند في البيتش هتسخن أكتر ولا لأ؟ يعني imagine that the sun is exposing on the sand and the water. يعني الشمس بتتعرض أو يعني هي already موجودة على الرمل والمية. Which one is hotter? The beach, the sand, or the water? ها؟ يعني مين أسخن في البلاج؟ بتصيفش ليه ياسر؟
The sand.
Sand. Why? Because they have the same sun. They have the same temperature, the same heat energy. Because water is a bad conductor. يبقى ليه المية بتسخن أقل شوية؟ بتسخن أقل جدا كمان من الساند. Because water is a bad conductor of heat. Okay? Water is a bad conductor of.
Okay.
A new information.
But, I mean, if I put or if I touch boiled water,
okay,
you know, I even could get burned.
Okay, what happened to wood when it's put in very hot temperature? It will get hotter.
Yeah.
So, but we can say that wood is a bad conductor of heat. يبقى معنى bad conductor إنه بيسخن, but
and sometimes
it gets hotter a little. Yeah. The difference between wood and iron. Okay, iron is very good conductor of heat. Okay, with a little heat it gets very hot. But wood and water and many liquids and plastic, wool, they got hot, بيسخنوا, but with very very high temperature. Okay, يبقى هو ده معنى كلمة bad conductor of heat.
So glass is
a bad conductor of heat. Okay, what difference between glass and iron? Glass and stainless steel. Imagine that you have two cups, one of glass and one of stainless steel, and you put in both of them very hot water or very hot tea. مين هيسخن أسرع؟ الجلاس ولا الستانلس؟
Stainless, yeah.
Stainless steel. But glass is a bad conductor. Bad conductor means gets hotter but a little than the good conductor. Okay? يبقى كلمة bad conductor هي كلمة أدق، لأن بيقول لي معناها إن هو موصل رديء للحرارة. هو بيسخن بس مش قوي. مش زي الجود conductor.
Yeah.
Okay?
So it's a relative matter.
Yeah, relatively matter. Very good. Okay, هي مواد نسبية شوية. بالظبط كده. So again we can classify all the materials we have studied into two types, which are good conductor of heat and the bad conductor of heat. Okay? So we can make a definition, Mr. Yasser, for each one of them.
Of what?
Of good conductor and bad conductor.
All right. Good
احنا قلنا قبل كده بنحب اول طالب الكرييتيف اللي بيحب يعمل definition من دماغه هو حسب ما هو فهم. Okay?
But this is a good conductors conduct heat.
Yeah.
You know.
Or we can say that they are the materials.
They are what?
They are the materials.
Yeah, they are the material that conducts heat and lets heat flow through.
Yeah, that's so very easy.
Materials that conduct heat and let
heat flow through. Let heat flow through. Okay, يبقى هي المواد اللي بتوصل الحرارة وبتسبح بنقول الحرارة من خلالها. Okay, so what about bad conductor of heat?
The opposite.
The opposite, what?
Yeah.
They are
materials that.
كده مع بعض.
All right.
Sorry, examples of good conductor قبل ما نسيبها.
Iron, aluminum, copper,
gold,
silver,
all
metals.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about bad conductor of heat?
They are materials that don't conduct heat and don't let heat flow through.
As you said, the opposite of good conductor of heat. يبقى تاني bad conductor مش معناه ان هو ما بيسخنش، هو بيسخن بس with a little degree، بدرجة أقل شوية. Okay? Again, bad conductor of heat, they are materials that don't conduct heat and don't let heat flow through. Okay? So now, examples of bad conductors of heat such as wood, glass, plastic, paper, air, water, wool, and so on. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, a very important life application. Life application, تطبيق حياتي مهم جدا في حياتنا. Okay? In cold countries في الدول الباردة, windows are made in double sheets with air space between them to ensure preventing leakage of heat. Again, in cold countries بيعملوا الويندوز أو الشبابيك في double sheets، يعني كأنهم شباكين قصاد بعض أو شباكين ملتصقين أو ملتحمين ببعض. Why? Because or to prevent leakage of heat. طب نشوف مع بعض كده image للموضوع دوت. Imagine that, Mr. Yasser, look here. We have a very important window, a very expensive window at the same time. Okay? It has two sheets of glass, يعني في لوحين من الزجاج أو طبقتين من الزجاج with air space between them. So here, how many bad conductors of heat I have in this window? You can count two glasses, three. Yeah, very good, three. Why? Because we have glass, air, glass. هنا عندي glass inside the room, air أو space air, بعد كده glass لبره، يبقى كده عندي 3 bad conductors of heat. يبقى معنى كده إن الشباك دوت هيبقى very good bad conductor, or we can say يعني ممكن نتجاوز نقول insulating glass window. شباك عازل للحرارة. Okay? Because it contains 3 materials that are bad conductors of heat. Again, the question says that give reason in cold countries. نشوف السؤال مع بعض من تاني. Okay, نشوف مع بعض السؤال من تاني. We can say that in cold countries. ليه بنشوف كده في cold countries windows are made in double sheet window. Windows are made in double sheet window because air is a bad conductor of heat. وهنا قلنا تاني أنا عندي كام bad conductor Mr. ياسر؟ 3, which are what? Okay.
The sheet of glass and the
glass.
air, and then the other sheet of glass.
Yeah, we have 3 bad conductors, the 2 sheets of glass and the air space. يبقى هنا مهم قوي أعرف إن في air space because air is a bad conductor, and the question says
so
that
the wider this air space,
the wider this air space,
the better,
the more, the better. Okay, كل ما يكون ال air space أكتر يبقى أفضل طبعا. Okay, so again, in cold countries, windows are made in double sheets window. Why? With air space between them. Yeah, so the answer will be that to ensure preventing leakage of heat. عشان أتأكد من منع تسرب الحرارة. To ensure preventing leakage of heat. To ensure preventing leakage of heat. Okay? So this is the picture or the image of the double sheet window, which is used in widely spread in cold countries, especially in America and Europe. Okay? Again, this insulating glass window has 3 glasses, or sorry, 2 glasses and with air space between them, so it will have 3 bad conductors material. Okay? Yeah. So now we can see the answer because air is a bad conductor.
Air-conditioned trains.
Some air-conditioned
trains.
Some air-conditioned trains.
في القطارات المكيفة يعني.
اوكي in some air conditioned train بالظبط كده برضو هنستخدم double sheet.
مع تحيات المخرج.
اوكي واضح المخرج بيسافر كتير. Okay, because air is a bad conductor of heat. We can say that's the answer because air is a bad conductor of heat. Okay, Mr. Yasser, I will ask you a very important question now.
Yeah.
Because انت مش مقتنع بموضوع الباك كوندكتور اوف جلاس.
بص انا مش مقتنع ليه؟ انا ازاي احط ايدي في ميه مغليه؟ ايدي ممكن انها تتحرق اصلا. ازاي امسك كاب اوف مثلا بويل تي فاحسب الحراره وتقول لي ده مش موصل للكهرباء؟
الموضوع هنا ريلاتيفلي موضوع نسبي. What's the difference between glass and iron? Which one of them gets hotter?
اكيد الايرون.
Okay, so it will be good conductor. So what about glass?
هو اقل بس بيوصل قوي.
Okay, imagine that. The temperature of the sun at its surface, حرارة عن سطح الشمس 6000 Celsius. Okay? The temperature at the sun's surface 6000 Celsius, sorry. What about air? Air is a good conductor or a bad conductor?
Bad conductor.
But in very sunny days we hate air. بنكره الهواء. It's very hot. Why?
هو نفسه
gets hot but with a little degree. تخيل حرارة الشمس 6000 Celsius 6000 وصل لي منهم قد ايه هنا في الارث 40 50 Celsius. In very hot days, I think in some years from some years ago in Kuwait and the Gulf countries it will be,
and at the same time in winter we feel very cold.
We feel very cold,
and we get away from strong winds.
Yeah. Why? Because air is a bad conductor again. هو الموضوع relatively موضوع نسبي شوية. هو بيسخن أو بيبرد بس مش قوي زي الجود كوندكتور. اوكي؟ صنعنا ولا لسه؟
خلاص بس سيبني مع نفسي كده.
اوكي مستر ياسر. Okay, so again we can classify all the materials we have studied.
هو as you said it's a relative matter. الموضوع المسألة نسبية يعني.
بالظبط كده. Okay, what about the thick glass? لو أنت ماسك glass بس thick glass تخين شوية سميك شوية. It will not conduct heat such as the thin glass. Okay, because it's a big conductor of heat.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, glass, air, wood, water.
The thicker the glass, the more insulating.
The thicker the glass, the more big conductor, or the more insulator. Okay. يعني مش بحب قوي كلمة insulator هنا لأن مش صح قوي إن أنا أقول insulator. So insulator.
The thicker the glass, the worse the conduction.
Yeah, the worse the conduction, or the better. Not conducting it. The worst conduction. Okay. Okay. So again, as you said, Mr. Yasser, glass is a big conductor of heat.
Yeah,
okay. اتفقنا خلاص إن glass big conductor of heat.
Okay.
Okay.
You know better.
Okay. Okay. So again, we can say that air, glass, water, wood, wool, plastic, all of them are big conductor because they don't allow heat or don't allow all the heat energy to flow through or don't conduct heat like the iron. يعني ما بيوصلش حرارة زي الحديد أو الألمنيوم أو الستانلس ستيل and all the other metals. Okay. So now we have a very important activity. Okay. Activity says that put 3 rods of iron, aluminum, copper on a flame. Okay, Mr. Yasser. Put 3 rods of iron, aluminum and copper on a flame. حط 3 سيقان من الحديد والألمنيوم والنحاس على لهب. Okay. What do you think which one of them gets hotter? على فكرة هنا في تركة في السؤال يا مستر ياسر عشان تاخد بالك بس أنا بخدعك بالسؤال دوت.
Again, iron.
Again, iron, aluminum, copper. Iron, aluminum, copper. You notice anything?
Copper.
Copper, but all of them are good conductor.
All of them are.
All of them are metals.
Yeah.
Okay, surely copper.
But copper.
Because what? Because copper is the best metal.
And that's why they used it in cooking, especially in
cooking
previous
pots.
times.
Yeah, in all days. بالظبط كده. عشان كده كنت بستخدم الكبر كنا بنستخدم الكبر in making cooking utensils or cooking pots in all days. Okay. So again, which metal is the best metal that conducting heat? Is that copper. يبقى الكبر هو أحسن معدن بيوصل الحرارة. Again, copper is the best metal. Copper conducts heat faster than aluminum, and copper conducts heat faster than iron. So we can say that copper is the best metal. ممكن أقول باختصار إن الكبر هو أفضل معدن في توصيل الحرارة. مع إن الألمنيوم والأيرون أوكي هما الاثنين good conductor. بس مين هو أحسن واحد في توصيل الحرارة؟ Copper is the best metal in conducting heat. Okay. So again, conclusion. Metals differ in their heat conduction. Metals differ in their heat conduction. Copper conducts heat faster than aluminum. Copper conducts heat faster than aluminum, and copper also conducts heat faster than iron. So we can say that copper is the best metal. Copper is the best metal. Okay, Mr. Yasser. Here I have a very important life application in our day life. Okay. What are these? I think these are the railway tracks. قضبان السكك الحديدية. Okay. I think our director will remember the air conditioned train. Okay. المخرج هيفتكر بقى القطر اللي كان بيسافر.
أمير.
Okay. Okay. Imagine that here, or notice what here in the railway tracks. I have spaces. هنا في فراغات بين railway tracks.
Yeah.
يعني طب هو كان مش ممكن الشركة المنفذة للريلوي تراكس تخلي التراك كله one piece قطعة واحدة. اوكي يعني تخليه كله كده straight bar of iron. ليه عملوه كده؟
اقول لك بقى because materials expand and shrink.
Very good. Very good. Excellent, Mr. Yasser. Okay. You are a great science teacher.
Thank you. احنا كنا بناخد كده ان المواد expand بتتمدد
by heat.
shrink.
Okay. At first, I want to ask you a very important question. What about iron? Iron is a good conductor or a bad conductor?
المفترض انه good.
Good conductor. مقتنع بديت يا مستر ياسر. Okay. ما فيهاش مشكلة يعني مش glass.
لا لا.
Okay. Okay. So again, iron is a good conductor of heat. The problem here in summer, not in winter. Okay. What happened to all the good conductor or all the materials in summer? I think they expand. Imagine that the railway track like this. I have no spaces. Okay. What happened in summer? Well, buckling, well, bending. Okay. Will have a buckling shape.
And
what
that
happened?
Will cause serious accidents.
Serious accidents and damage. Okay. Destruction. So what happened? I must leave spaces like this. لازم أسيب مسافات شوية بين railway tracks. Why? To expand safely in summer. عشان يتمدد بأمان in summer.
Give it a chance to expand.
Yeah, to give it chance. عشان يديله فرصة to expand. Very
But
good.
even these spaces are
very small.
precisely measured.
Yeah. because they are measured in the millimeter that the all metal expand. يعني بيقيسها بكل معدن بيتمد قد ايه بالظبط.
Is it the same with bridges?
Yeah, with same with bridges. We have another example of bridges. Okay, let me have a picture. Look here. I have a very important picture. Okay, I think you see it on all the bridges in Egypt or all over the world. What is this? يعني ليه البريدج مش عامل له كده كله one body جسم واحد؟ I think I have a spaces or gaps between the bridges. Why? To give it a chance to expand. برضه عشان يديله فرصة يتمدد. Okay, because the body bridge جسم الكوبري نفسه already made of iron.
And that also makes the process of maintenance much easier.
Yeah, maintenance much easier, and also to give it a chance to expand. Why? Because iron, as we said, iron is a good conductor of heat.
What about in a winter?
In a winter, they contract, but they contract in millimeters. Yeah. It doesn't affect any problem. It doesn't cause any problem to cars or railway tracks. Okay, so again, we must have spaces. يبقى عندي spaces between railway tracks. Like
what about tires? Car tires?
Car tires, yeah. I think they are
affected by heat or coldness?
You mean that the air inside the car tires?
Because sometimes you need to, sometimes
increase the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get flat tires sometimes,
Okay, but in summer days
sometimes you need to pump up your.
Okay, in summer days, يعني في summer days, we must have little air inside the car tire because air expand by heat. All materials expand by heat, even if they are good or bad conductors. Okay, but in winter we must have more air. We must pump more air inside the car tire. يبقى في الشتاء لازم نضخ هواء أكتر داخل الكار تاير، لكن in summer ممكن نقلل هواء شوية. Because what? Because air expand. طب نرجع تاني للصورة دي، صورة مهمة جدا. Give reason. We have spaces between railway tracks because what? To avoid accidents. Because iron is a good conductor of heat that expands by heat and cause buckling or bending or twisting. أي معنى منهم؟ Buckling أو winding أو twisting معناها انحناء. The same answer in the picture of the railway tracks and the picture of the bridge. Give reason. We have spaces between the body of the bridge. Why? Or give reason. Because, or to avoid buckling, to avoid bending, to avoid twisting, or to avoid accidents that caused by buckling or twisting. Okay? يبقى مهم قوي أعرف إن في spaces between railway tracks أو between body of the bridge like this. Why? To have or to give them chance. يديهم فرصة إنه يحصل لهم expand. يديهم فرصة يحصل لهم expand and to avoid accident. أتجنب الحوادث. Okay? Again, I have another picture of spaces between railway tracks in winter. Look here, in winter, they are very close to each other. يبقى هو كان حاسب مسافة كويس قوي بحيث إنه يسيب millimeters in summer ويرجع تاني يحصل لها shrink أو contract in winter. Okay? هنا كان في in summer لكن هنا in winter. Okay. Now, spaces are left between railway tracks to avoid buckling, twisting or bending that cause accident. Again, spaces are left between railway tracks to avoid buckling, twisting or bending that cause accident. Okay? So now, we can see that it's a very important give reason question. Because iron expands by heating. Because iron expands by heating. لأن الحديد بيتمدد بالحرارة. And in our next lesson, we'll know that all materials, especially mercury or liquids, such as mercury and alcohol, expand by heat and contract by cooling. Again, هنا بقول ليه بسيب space أو فراغات بين railway tracks أو bridges أو body bridges? Because iron expand by heating. Because iron expand by heating. Okay? So again, at last this lesson, uses of good conductors of heat. إيه هي استخدامات ال good conductors of heat? Okay? I think aluminum which is used in cooking pots and tea boilers. As you see, aluminum is used in cooking pots and tea boilers. بستخدم الألمنيوم في أواني الطهي أو غلات الشاي. As you see. Okay? What about iron? Iron is also used in cooking pots and tea boiler like the stainless steel. يعني الأيرون هو بالضبط اللي بنسميه stainless steel أو هو iron بس covered with zinc or silver to not rust عشان ما يصديش. بستخدمه برضه في cooking pots and tea boilers. Okay. Another example of good conductors of heat. Another example of good conductor of heat, which is used in cooking pots and tea boiler. Which is also copper. Which is also copper. Okay. Again, copper, which is used in cooking pots and tea boilers. Okay. Another example of good conductors of heat, stainless steel, which is used in cooking pots and tea boilers. So we can summarize all the uses of good conductors of heat, such as iron, stainless steel, copper, aluminum. All of them are used in cooking pots and tea boilers. Okay?
Mr. I know that when you, for example, or no, this is another example, but what about our bodies? Are they good conductors?
Good conductor or bad conductor? With your blood circulation, you are a good conductor of heat. يعني في حالة الدورة الدموية already active, already continuous, when you alive, يعني also كده, you are a good conductor. But when we die, we are a bad conductor. Okay? يعني طول ما البلاد circulation شغالة أنا good conductor. عشان كده بتأثر جدا جدا بأي change in heat, like rise in temperature in the summer or lower in temperature in winter. Okay, so we can say that at last the uses of bad conductors of heat. The uses of bad conductors of heat. Okay. Plastic and wood. What are the uses of plastic and wood? We use them in making handles of cooking pots, kettles, and utensils. We use them in making handles of cooking pots, kettles, and utensils. Okay? Wool, صوف, Mr. Yasser, is a good conductor or a bad conductor? You wear heavy clothes made of wool in very winter days. What do you think? Wool is a bad conductor or a bad conductor?
Of heat?
Yeah.
Good conductor.
Good conductor. But if a wool is a good conductor.
Yeah, bad conductor.
Bad conductor. Okay. على فكرة كتير قوي من الطلبة بيغلطوا في نفس الغلطة دي. حد يقول لي الوول بيدفيني في الشتاء يبقى الوول a good conductor.
Already it keeps you warm. So
okay. Wool tries to insulate the outside temperature than the inside temperature. My temperature is always 37 when I'm normal person. But what about temperature in winter days, especially in very cold countries? It may be 5, maybe 7. So it will be little than your temperature. So again, wool is a bad conductor of heat because it keeps your body warm. Again, we can say that wool is used in making heavy clothes and blankets because it's a bad conductor of heat.
All right, that's the end of this episode. I'd like to thank you very much, Mr. Nader Nassim, for being with us and for your beautiful explanation of this unit.
Thank you, Mr. Yasser. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I guess we'll have to wrap up this episode right now. Remember, we've had lesson 1 of unit 2, heat conduction. I hope it's been a very useful episode to everybody who's seen us, and wait for us next week, inshallah, next Thursday, for another new lesson with Mr. Nader Nassim. Until we meet you again, wish you all the best. Goodbye.